AI training requires vast amounts of data. A significant portion of it is the content protected by copyright, and it is used without asking for permission or informing the rights holders. I'm Agnia Mikštienė, the project manager at Create Lithuania, and for 6 months I have been delving into these issues, specifically addressing the problem of remuneration for creators for their content usage in AI systems. There is a massive market surrounding this topic. It's expected to reach $1.3 trillion by 2032. Additionally, the creative sector is significantly influenced by AI, with 3 creative professions joining the top 15 that are at greater risk of automation and augmentation. And yet, when talking about remunerating creators, AI companies in European countries rely on the exception for text and data mining, which allows for the use of copyrighted content for text and data mining purposes without seeking the permission of the authors or paying them compensation. It's also worth noting that this exception is set to be re-evaluated by the European Commission to determine if it complies with the bare 3-step test. In America, AI companies lean on the fair use doctrine, which is also currently being questioned in an ongoing court case, New York Times versus OpenAI. Meanwhile, creators are taking other protective measures to safeguard their content. They use the so-called opt-out mechanism, where they digitally indicate they do not allow their content to be used for AI training. Creators are also implementing tools that block data scrapping. Additionally, some of them have started to poison their content. This is done by altering a pixel of the digital work, which is invisible to the human eye, but when such content enters AI systems, it confuses them, and the systems learn to generate unpredictable and non-compliant content. And yet, if it's impossible to create artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT without copyrighted content, why are companies not inclined to pay for it? If all creators were to forbid their content from being used in AI systems, the future of these tools would also be uncertain. Some good news. There are companies that have undertaken voluntary initiatives and have started to pay for the content used in AI training. However, despite how positive this news may seem, it's important to understand that these are only isolated cases, and the majority of AI companies still choose not to do so. Therefore, I conducted a comprehensive analysis in which I described and compared possible remuneration models. I have categorized them into 2 main categories: individual and centralized. Individual is a relatively quick and simple solution. They partially address the issue and can be an excellent self-regulatory measure during the transition period until a universal solution and proper legal regulation is found that would oblige all AI companies to pay for the content they use. Important to note, individual model does not ensure equally fair, transparent, and effective solution for all creators and all AI companies. A more suitable mechanism would be to use a consolidated, centralized model. When talking about them, in my analysis, I have described similar existing solutions: Open Data Platform and Blank Media Levy. These would ensure transparency in the use of content, allow for more efficient protection of copyright, create equal conditions for creators to receive fair remuneration, and ensure that AI companies have equal opportunities to access the data needed for training without infringing copyright. On this topic, a considerable amount of work has already been done, and it will be continued by the copyright group being formed at the Ministry of Culture. Its aim to submit a proposal for a legal instrument regarding compensation for creators in the context of AI during Lithuania's presidency of the European Council in 2027. Thank you for your attention, and let's connect.